Um, One of the big gifts that the world received with the Bible is the book of Proverbs. A really magnificent book. Some of these verses are more difficult to understand, but some of these verses are quite, when you take some time to contemplate about them, you see that they're really brilliant. I mean, all of them are brilliant, but some of them are more difficult. So I just wanted to focus today about one verse. It's in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 15. It says in Hebrew, כל ימי אני רעים וטוב לב משתה תמיד. So כל ימי אני רעים, like all the days of the poor are bad. וטוב לב משתה תמיד, and one that has a good heart, I don't know exactly how to translate it, one that has a good heart, it's like he's always in a feast or something like that. And the moral of this verse is so important for one's life because really the entire secret of happiness is embodied in this verse, because it's like what our sages say in the ethics of the fathers, that what person is the rich, that one that is rejoices with what he has, because the most important thing in life is to, it's like to be positive, to see to rejoice with what you have, and to see the blessings in what you have. And frankly, there is no, I mean, some people, it's very difficult to say it, because they really, even the basics of what the human being needs, like having a shower or having a minimum amount of food and clean clothing, all those things are quite basic. But once you have those basics, there's really not much of a reason not to rejoice, just for the fact that you are alive. But all you need is the positiveness of heart, the goodness of the heart, to look at things in a positive way, to rejoice with them. Because frankly, when you just look at the sky and the bird and the tree, and I mean, so when you look at those things, you realize that all of us just live in one big palace, and 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 when you look at the people around you, if you are wise enough to collect positive people to surround yourself with, so many reasons to be happy about life. And you know, even if there are not many reasons in your personal life, but it's always good to be positive, because from positiveness comes more positiveness. When you are happy, more happiness comes. So there is really no excuse um, not to be positive about things. The more, it's like the more good things you use your tongue to say, the more good things will come into your life. That's how it works. So in this verse, כל ימי אני רעים, all the days of the poor are bad, וטוב לב משתה תמיד. So you can read it like one continuation. כל ימי אני רעים, all the days of the poor are bad, וטוב לב משתה תמיד. And if this poor man has a good heart, even if he is poor, משתה תמיד, his life will be like a constant feast. And that reminds me of, like, I used to see every morning when I went to my working place, I used to see this street cleaner. And I remember that almost every day that I saw him, he had this smile on his face, and he was so, like, light-minded and rejoicing, even though he was working so hard in the sun and probably didn't make exactly the highest salary one can make. But still, you could always see that he was happy and light-minded, and took life easily and enjoyed them. And it was always so inspiring to me to see somebody like him that works in such a, you know, such a job that most people would consider quite inferior, and he was always so happy, and that taught me that this secret, that actually everything in life is just our perspective and our approach and our attitude. And if you have this positiveness, you can rejoice about just the fact that you are alive, because just that in and of itself is just such a big thing. Just the fact that you are alive in this magnificent reality that Hashem created for us. Um, yeah, so this is one of the gems that I consider in the books of Proverbs. That's also a famous concept in Eastern traditions that they like put it in a more, they make it look like more, they use more sophisticated words to describe it, like the consciousness and all that. But basically, that a human being just must understand that you don't live in, you live in your head and you live in your heart. And when you smart enough to use your head and your heart in a positive way, you can really rejoice in so many ways in your life. Anyway, so I hope I made this point clear, and this is my first proverb bite.